A man of the match performance from Bondi Aki and a double from Mac Hansen to help Ireland with a 52-17 win over Fiji. A call early on that was a bit lucky for Irish playmaker Sam Prendergast, where I think if a red card was given there, it could have gone. The game could have been a totally different story. Lucky, unlucky. Still a huge win for Ireland. Dominant performance, clinical in most or all areas. Game Fiji will not want to be looking back on anytime soon. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game. Who played well, who didn't? What did you think of some of the decisions from the referee? What was your take on the game? Who was your man of the match? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So first, I'm going to talk about the Prendergast yellow card that stayed a yellow card. I think, look, shoulder straight to the head. If roles were reversed, this is my biggest question. If roles were reversed, if that was Prendergast running down the touchline and the Fijian flanker led with the shoulder like that and shoulder connected him straight to the chin, there would have been a hell of a lot more to be said about this incident. It would have looked a lot worse. I think that yellow card would have been upgraded to a red card. Look, I'm talking about what ifs and things that could have happened or what if they did happen sort of thing. I just think if roles were reversed, this yellow card decision would have been different, and therefore the whole game might have been different as well. I think he's lucky to only receive a yellow and only had to stay at a yellow. No, not a lot of mitigation there. Lazy, led with the shoulder. Yes, he wasn't going to do that. He wasn't like, I'm going to try and take this guy's head off. But just very, very lazy there. And I think he got away with only getting a yellow. Other than that, clinical from Ireland. A lot of opportunities missed. There was some of those last passes that just going forward where the player would have walked untouched over to score tries. So in that regard, yes, not probably your most clinical performance, but man, you're putting 50 points on a Fijian team who are riding high off the back of their first ever win in Cardiff over Wales. Strong performances throughout. So for Ireland to come do that, they made a lot of changes going into this game. So clinical performance in that regard. The first opportunity Ireland get, they go bang. I will say their entries, especially in the first half, their entries into the 22 and then turning that over into points was very, very good. Lovely little set play from the line out. McCarthy coming around the corner. He's got Bondi Aki off his shoulder, attracting so many defenders there because you're naturally thinking he's getting the ball. But McCarthy's thrown it inside to Doris, who goes over untouched. Really, really good. And then they come back with Van der Fleer, scores from the quick tap again. Another opportunity they get in Fiji's 22, and they turn that over into points. A little old school variation off a quick tap, switch behind, and short play, and Josh Van der Fleer scores. Love that. And just clinical. When I say clinical, in their execution when they did get opportunities, turned that over into points. But then while I'm saying that, there's a lot of opportunities too, where that last pass, just going a little bit forward, and they could have, this 52 points could have easily have been 60, 70 points if those last passes did go to hand or weren't forward. I thought the quick play, like the ruck speed, taking the quick taps, really caught Fiji off guard, and Ireland were making a ton of meters up the middle, on the edges as well, kind of beating that rush defense from Fiji, getting around the back, those back plays. So forwards taking it to the line, playing out the back, and then the 10 or the receiver there playing out the back as well, drawing some of those Fijian defenders in and then looping around to make a lot of space or make a lot of meters around the back. And then that's when Ireland are at their best. When they've got ball carriers, got the ball right to the line. He's got options inside him, out the back. Um, and when he takes the ball right to the line, whoever it is for Ireland, it's so hard to defend because you're sitting on him. You know you've got a player there. There's another player there. The player with the ball can go. He's got someone out the back. It's really, really hard to defend. And that's when I thought Prendergast was good as well with ball in hand. Those little soft touches he had, running to the line, executing his option taking really well. So he's got to the line. He's got the options. He's got 3 or 4 options. He can play that wider option. He plays the short one, or he's got out the back. And his decision making on that is really, really good. That cross kick just before halftime for Mac Hansen, beautiful, beautiful. They take it to the line, they're out the back pass. He's caught it straight onto the boot, and beautifully weighted cross kick there for Hansen to score. Just Prendergast, so silky, man, really, really silky. Yes, there's argument to be made that he, for 20 minutes, probably shouldn't have been, or for the rest of the game, shouldn't have been on the field from that shoulder charge, but he was on the field. The decision was made. A yellow was given, and when he did get opportunity the whole game, he was really, really good with ball in hand, I thought, and just he's executing his plays. In the second half, man, Ireland just gets straight into it. Bundy Aki with a couple of beautiful touches before he crashes over to score. Firstly, gets over that vantage line, first phase. Second touch, he gets his beautiful soft hands out the back. And then the third touch, he gets in that set, or in those phases, he crashes over to score. Like I said, Ireland in cruise control, but plenty of opportunities they still missed as well. They never looked under pressure by Fiji, bossing them up front in in set piece, so in scrum, in lineouts, and then just around the park as well, showing why they are a top 3, top 2, top 1 rugby nation in the world. Ireland are. And then, Kelleher finishes it off right at the end with a beautiful try off the lineout that then turned into a bit of a scuffle. But it's just classy from Ireland. Bundy Aki stood out for me. Really, really good. Strong with ball in hand. Over that vantage line all the time. Strong defensively as well. A couple of big collisions there. He was really good. And then I thought Prendergast was good. Yes, apart from the yellow card, only missed 2 kicks. Just some lovely touches and a good first start for him there. Going over to Fiji, I thought they got caught out a couple times at ruck time. A lot of isolated rucks that Ireland targeted really well. Missed opportunity early on with Wainikolo reaching out to score, but just short there. And then they had a missed opportunity right after that. They had a line out about 5-6 meters out, overthrow over the back. They were up for it though. I thought physically running hard with ball in hand, strong in the contact zone. Things could have been different if that Prendergast yellow card was turned to a red card. I think it was a red card, but it was only given a yellow card. Fiji also, whether we think some of the penalties were harsh against Fiji, they still gave away a lot of penalties. I thought there was a couple of decisions where I'm like, I thought Fiji could have gotten that penalty, but they did give away a lot of penalties, especially on defense. And that shows how much pressure Ireland were putting on them with their ruck speed, with getting over that vantage line, setting that defensive line, and Fiji just being caught offside a couple times, or Fiji having to try and slow Ireland's rucks down, but giving away penalties there. And they really, really struggle. They struggle with that historically, giving away penalties in games. And it makes it really hard when you've got such a clinical team in Ireland that will really punish you when you give away penalties. I thought Fiji did struggle at set piece, line out, scrums. Did get rewarded later on in the game with a Salawa try. Salah, with like just that opportunities they did get. Some of the times there wasn't many opportunities, but when they did get them later in that second half, they did end up scoring points. Caleb Munt was fantastic, setting up a try, a little the inside. We've seen that before. Step inside, gets a half break, little offload, and Fiji go over to score there. Not much else from Fiji, put under the pump by this Irish side. Clinical performance from Ireland. Yes, not clinical all times, but put 50 points and could have been a lot more points on Fiji. What did you guys think of it? Who was your man of the match? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.